What if I told you that right now, in this very moment, the most famous digital currency on Earth has just broken through its highest price in history? Yes, I'm talking about Bitcoin. That wild experiment that burst onto the scene thanks to an anonymous mastermind lurking in the shadows of the 2008 financial crisis has just crossed the unbelievable mark of $125,000 per coin. Take a second for that to sink in. A single digital token that started with practically no value is now worth more than many people earn in an entire year. And here's the question on everyone's lips. Is it too late to jump in? Have I missed my chance? Or are we just scratching the surface of something even more extraordinary? Welcome to this episode of BrainFuel's What If series. Today, we're diving deep into this very question. We'll take a journey through Bitcoin's fascinating origin story, unpack why it's back in the headlines today, look at where the market could be heading next, and grapple with the most pressing question of them all. Is it too late to buy Bitcoin now, or is this moment the opportunity of a lifetime? Stick with me, because by the end of our adventure, you'll see Bitcoin is more than just a number on a chart. You'll view it as a captivating narrative, one that could redefine the financial future for all of us. To appreciate where we are today, let's rewind to where it all started. Picture 2008. The banks have collapsed, economies are in disarray, and faith in the financial system is slipping away. Amidst this chaos, an anonymous figure known only as Satoshi Nakamoto published a groundbreaking white paper. It wasn't a protest or a rallying cry, but a quiet revolution. It introduced a kind of money that didn't rely on banks or governments, just pure code, cryptography, and trust woven into mathematics. That revolutionary idea? Bitcoin. At first, it was worth a pittance. One of the most famous early transactions involved a guy who splashed out 10,000 BTC for 2 pizzas. Today, that slice of pizza would set you back over $1 billion. But it wasn't just about the pizzas. It was about proof. Proof that digital coins, created and traded purely online, could actually hold real-world value. Bitcoin came into existence with a promise. Only 21 million coins would ever exist. No government could print more, and no central bank could inflate its supply. This was digital scarcity like the world had never seen before. Over the years, Bitcoin transformed from a niche curiosity to a powerhouse. It found its advocates among early tech enthusiasts, libertarians, and eventually, institutional investors. It weathered scandals, hacks, crashes, and endless doomsday predictions with resilience. Every time it took a hit, it came back stronger, bolder, and more valuable. Now, fast forward to today. The headlines are buzzing. Bitcoin has shattered its old records, climbing past $125,000 and hitting a fresh all-time high. Let's put that into context. Less than 10 years ago, it was flirting with just a few $100s. Now it's not just vying with gold as a store of value. It's become a magnet for governments, hedge funds, and everyday individuals like you and me. So how did we get here? The answer lies in a potent mix of momentum, timing, and belief. Big players like BlackRock and Fidelity are treating Bitcoin as a staple in their investment portfolios. Entire ETFs, exchange-traded funds, are now available, allowing traditional investors to invest in Bitcoin without needing to mess with a crypto wallet. Throw in a shaky global economy with inflation gnawing at our purchasing power and governments buried in debt, and it's no wonder that many are turning to Bitcoin as a modern hedge, a way to secure their wealth outside the central bank's reach. And then there's psychology. Bitcoin has a unique way of feeding off itself. As prices climb, headlines explode, and more people jump on the bandwagon. And when that happens, prices soar even higher. It's a thrilling cycle of hype and momentum that can lead to jaw-dropping gains or devastating losses. Right now, we're at one of those critical junctures, the kind where fortunes are forged and harsh lessons are learned. So where's Bitcoin headed next? Analysts and experts are buzzing with predictions, and it's fascinating to see the range of opinions. Some are saying Bitcoin could stabilize around $135,000 soon, while others dream big mentioning figures like $150,000 or even $200,000. It's easy to get swept up in the excitement. After all, Bitcoin has a history of explosive growth cycles followed by corrections, then another fantastic rise. You might have heard of the halving cycle. This pattern has shown that Bitcoin tends to reach new heights roughly every 4 years. And guess what? We're right smack dab in the middle of one of those cycles now. But hold on a second. We need to approach this with a bit of caution. Predictions are just that, predictions. You know Bitcoin has a knack for keeping overzealous believers in check. For every analyst shouting about the next big milestone, there's another warning us about possible pullbacks lurking just around the corner. At the end of the day, Bitcoin's price is mostly a reflection of belief. If enough people, think individuals, institutions, and even countries, continue to trust in it, there's really no limit to where the price could go. But if fear creeps in, whether from regulations, hacks, or good old-fashioned investor panic, Bitcoin could drop like a stone. So, is it really going to hit $150,000 by year's end or $200,000 in a few years? Maybe. But the question that really matters is, should you buy Bitcoin right now? Let's be honest. Buying Bitcoin today can feel a bit daunting. With prices soaring, headlines buzzing, and that little voice in your head asking, "Am I too late?" It's understandable to feel hesitant. Here's the reality. If your mindset is short-term, if you're hoping to make a quick flip in weeks or months, you are playing with fire. Buying at or near all-time highs often carries the risk of painful corrections. Imagine buying at $125,000, only to see Bitcoin dip to $90,000 in a sharp pullback. Could you handle that kind of roller coaster? But if you're thinking long-term, years, not months, then history suggests that it might not be too late. Remember the individuals who hesitated when Bitcoin first crossed $1,000, then $10,000, and even $50,000? At each milestone, many thought the opportunity had vanished. And yet here we are, surpassing $125,000. The key takeaway? It's not about the timing. It's about your perspective. If you see Bitcoin as digital gold, a hedge against inflation, or a revolutionary tech that could reshape finance, the price you paid may matter less than your willingness to hold on through the tough times. But let's be clear. This isn't a nudge to jump in blindly. You need to gauge your risk tolerance. Bitcoin is volatile and can take sudden dives, sometimes pretty dramatically. So, the real question is, are you ready for that ride? Before making that leap, think about this. Bitcoin isn't just another asset, it's a test of your conviction. Can you stay calm when you wake up to find your investment down 30% overnight? Can you resist the urge to sell in a panic or chase the highs out of greed? Some folks choose to ease into it, buying smaller amounts over time to minimize timing risks. Others dive right in, gripping the roller coaster handlebars with white knuckles. Whatever approach you opt for, remember, Bitcoin demands patience and discipline. It's crucial to understand both the risks and the potential rewards. So, is it too late to buy Bitcoin? Not if you know what you're getting into. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a thrilling, volatile journey that's already shaken up the financial world and could do it even more. For some, this is a golden opportunity to be part of a historic shift. For others, it might just be a chance to chase hype. The difference lies in your perspective, how you interpret the story, and how you decide to write your own chapter. If this discussion helped clarify your thoughts on Bitcoin, hit that like button, subscribe to BrainFuel Reads, and ring the bell so you don't miss an episode of our What If series. And I'm curious to hear from you. What price point would make you say, "That's it. Bitcoin is officially too expensive"? Until next time, stay curious, stay cautious, and as always, keep your brain fueled.